Time now for The Clash. Qatar's draconian LGBT laws continue to make headlines, with several fans and journalists reporting rainbow clothing being forcibly removed by aggressive security guards before entering stadiums. The authoritarian crackdown has sparked further uproar, but veteran football manager Harry Redknapp waded into the row yesterday by saying if you don't like the country's laws, it's quite simple. Just don't go.
No, I agree with Harry Kane. I agree with all of, what's going on but it's their country. I don't know. We've gone to their country. If you feel that strong about it, then don't play or don't go.
So what do you think? Is Harry Redknapp right that if LGBT fans don't like Qatar's anti-gay laws, they shouldn't attend the World Cup? Dan at GBNews.uk. Tweet me at GBNews. Our poll running there too. But let's make your mind up with the help of former England legend Peter Shilton, former Premier League player Dean Windass. They're lining up against human rights campaigner Peter Tatchell, of course, recently visited Qatar at great risk to his own safety. So, Peter Shilton, you're with Harry Redknapp on this one.
To a certain degree. I mean, I take Harry's point, but, the fans want to go over there to support England. They want to be there when England hopefully win the World Cup. That's quite understandable. They will know what the laws are before they go over there. And obviously, they're going to have to abide by those laws. I think I personally are totally against what they, the laws that they have. It's totally against what we believe in this country. We're terrific with, with gay rights and everything else, with racism. But, it is a football tournament. FIFA said, let's have it there. And, of course, they're trying to put their laws into place. I personally don't like, on the football pitch, with making statements. I think we've got to play football, go out there and concentrate on the game. But do it beforehand, as much as you want, make big sounds that we don't really want to go there, but we've got to go because that's where the World Cup is, and make a statement. I'm not saying we shouldn't do, but that, as far as I'm concerned, I think the fans look as though they're enjoying it, but obviously a lot of things happening that outside the stadium with the security that we're not used to, and it is unacceptable by our laws.
But Peter Tatchell, isn't it a fair point to say, look, just like, by the way, I never travel to Dubai because being gay is illegal, so I wouldn't go to Dubai if they happened to be hosting something that I was interested in attending?
Well, first can I say, I think a good word needs to be put in for Harry Redknapp, because he did say that he supported Harry Kane and the pro-LGBT stance with the armband. He said that was a good idea and he understood why Harry did it. So, on one hand, he's
but he didn't do it, though, did he, Peter? That was the issue. He didn't do it.
Well, exactly. But on the one hand, Harry's saying that it was a good gesture, but on the other hand, he's saying, let's just get on and play football. So he's a bit divided in what he's saying. I'd contrast with Roy Keane, the former Manchester United manager, who said that the Harry Kane should have just gone ahead and done it and taken the punishment. He said that would have been a very powerful indictment of Qatar and FIFA. But of course, I appreciate that would have been a pain for Harry and for the England team. The risk of being sent off eventually, getting a further booking, that would be a very risky strategy. But I do agree that, if you don't like Qatar's laws, then don't go. And also, by going, whatever your view is, you are colluding with a sexist, homophobic and racist regime. So don't go, stay away. In that respect, Harry Redknapp is absolutely right.
Because, Dean Windass, that is the point, isn't it? You've got all of these folk using the tournament to virtue signal, but at the same time, I'm a bit like they don't really care about this, because when push came to shove, Kane didn't wear the silly little One Love thing. So it sort of proved that actually it is just virtue signalling rather than something he's truly passionate about.
Yeah, I just think, listen, I agree with the lads in the sense I agree with Pete, I agree with Harry. It doesn't matter what sexuality you are. Everybody's, there's no running away from things like that. I think that when you want to go watch a game of football, you know the repercussions. If you know you're going to break the rules, that's listen, it's their country. You've got to abide by their country. You just said about Dubai. Everybody knows the rules in Dubai. So, if you do something wrong, I think FIFA have said, haven't they, Dan, that 7 years in prison. If you break these rules. So for me, it just comes down to common sense. And listen, we're all trying to focus on the football as well. As English people, we want to win. As Peter said, we want to win the World Cup. We want to get as far in the tournament. So with Harry not wearing the armband, has that come from the FA? Has that come from Gareth? For me, why make an issue? When I won't wear the armband, we can just focus on football. But as far as it's just taken away from the football. But obviously, yeah, everybody's got rules, and you've got to abide by them. Unfortunately, because if you don't, you'll pay the price.
I think it's bringing politics onto the football pitch, isn't it?
Well, it is.
I mean, where does it stop? That's the big thing. I'm all for protesting, as I said beforehand, and I just think that once you get on the football pitch or you're starting a game, I think as a player personally, you want to concentrate on the match. You don't want to be thinking, crikey, like the Iran team, they were very brave not to sing the national anthem, but they started the game pretty poorly, really. They finished quite well. You want mentally to be switched on to the match, not thinking about, making a statement on a football pitch. People will say, no, that's great, that's brilliant. And you could, that's a point of view. As a footballer and, loving the game of football, I just think we should go out there and just concentrate on the football once we're on the pitch.
I just think, Dan, if you're in that situation,
yes.
I think that if you're in that situation where whatever your sexuality is, and you're going to go watch a game of football, and the rules are going to take place, you're stupid enough to break them rules, and that's for me is down to common sense. Yes, go and enjoy the game. It's about the drinking ban as well. That's their culture. That's just the way they live their life, and you've got to respect that.
Peter Tatchell, you obviously went to Qatar before the World Cup. It was a really brave thing to do, to protest. So you clearly actually think it is important to bring politics into the World Cup to raise awareness for your cause. There you are.
Win the game, that's the priority. But that shouldn't exclude the possibility of taking a stand as well. And I would pay tribute to the German football team, who took a very different stance from England. They were banned from wearing the armband, but chose, when they went on the pitch, to cover their mouths with their hands to indicate that FIFA had gagged them. And they also had rainbow insignia on some of their sports kit and shoes. Now, they defied FIFA, and in fact, they weren't penalised. So it makes England's climb down look rather unnecessary and a bit weak.
But what did that achieve, though?
Well, I think it sent a very important signal around the world that the German team is saying that there shouldn't be discrimination and that they stand with LGBT plus people on the pitch and off the pitch. And I know from the feedback I've had from people inside Qatar that the many Qataris who do want democracy and human rights, they think these protests are fantastic. It's given them a huge psychological and emotional boost.
OK, fascinating debate. Thank you so much for having it. That is the LGBT campaigner Peter Tatchell, England legend Peter Shilton, the former Premier League star Dean Windass.